Let's turn our attention now to the Eastern Cape, where the National Science Week is currently underway in Grahamstown. The theme is Science Alight. Our reporter, Lerato Tipi, is there. Lerato, a very good morning to you. What have you got for us?
A very good morning and welcome to the South African National Science Festival, which actually started on the 18th of March and ends on the 24th of March with the theme called Science Alight. Now, we have been here for the past 2 days and have seen exhibitors showcase literally everything from environmental science, agriculture, arts and culture, and even gravity. And I think the most fun about being here has been the enthusiasm of young people, seeing them do the experiments and them realizing that maths and science can indeed be fun. Joining me this morning is a woman who knows all about arts and culture and knows all about science as well. Her name is Anja Fourie and she's the director of the National Science Festival. Good morning, Anja. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Lerato.
Now, take us back to 1996 when the concept of Science Fest began. What was the objective? And also highlight some of the milestones you guys have achieved in now the 19th year anniversary.
You know, Lerato, if you look at the leading economies in the world, you'll see they're very much knowledge-driven and they're based on research, science, technology, innovation. And in 1996, South Africa realized that in order to achieve that, we would obviously need a whole lot of scientists and engineers. But it was evident back then already that we didn't have enough. Coupled with that, we were just moving out of apartheid and we had a large number of the population, in fact most, who had never had access to real first-class quality education in science. Grahamstown has a long history for festivals. Of course, we're home to the National Arts Festival. So it was the perfect fit, really, for Grahamstown and the Grahamstown Foundation to take on a science festival which would look at, making learners aware of science and technology and inspiring them, to go into science and technology careers.
Now, the theme for this year is Science Alight, and I found that so fascinating. Can you tell us about the purpose of the name of this theme and then also some of the highlights that visitors can expect in this year's Science Fest?
Well, our theme is based on the 2015 International Year of Light. And of course, light, science is based on light, and in fact, life is based on light. It's central to our existence. So we've invited our exhibitors, our contributors, to work it into all of their work. But it's, so we're looking at astronomy, we're looking at space sciences, we're looking at, vehicles which are light, which need to travel at 1,690 kilometers an hour. We're bringing in the South African Air Force, because airplanes need to be light. We're very happy today, to host the Silver Falcons, who will be doing a fly over Grahamstown. So, we've just had so much fun, especially with astronomy and space sciences.
Now, a strong wing of this year's Science Fest is the presence of the top NASA delegation. Why did you see important to have them on board at the Science Fest?
Well, as I said, linking to astronomy and space sciences, but when you say the word NASA, you're talking about an agency that has captured the imaginations of people for decades. You go back to the moon landing, you talk about the space shuttle program, but of course, now we're talking about the James Webb Space Telescope, which will, see as far back as we can into the universe. And NASA really, they're the professionals. Everybody knows who NASA is, and when it comes to communicating science and making science sexy, NASA is just really good at what they do. So we've brought in the contingent not only to highlight our own South African Space Agency, but also to learn from NASA in terms of how it is that they profile science.
That was the director of the South African National Science Festival, taking us back to its inception in 1996, saying that the main objective of Science Fest is to make science and maths fun for every young person. Back to you in studio, Leanne.